girl. Smell those. Oh my God, yes. We have Grunion. There's no ands, ifs, or about. I have 27 of them. Yep. Dolly was there. She did not touch the sand at all. It's dog beach. She doesn't have all of her parvo shots. Come on now. I'm a good father. But these are them. Boom, boom. All right, let's get you down. Throw you down. Boom, boom. Let's start talking about this trip. It's just over on Instagram explaining to people. Woo! What a trip. Let's open a beer. Now I'm going to try this. It's the same company, the Russian River Brewery Company, the one that I always drink. Well, I love cherry, and if this is a new beer that tastes like cherry, this is going to be, well, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out how the brewery did. First of all, let me go to my, oh no. Oh no. Hang on. Let's plug myself back into the internet. There we go. Come on. Come on. View channel. Okay. Boom, boom. And it says I'm live to watch it. Oh no, it didn't put up the picture that I wanted. Okay. Well, I mean, not everything goes as well as planned. Let's see. Hello. All. Cheers. Cheers, Martin, you beat me. Gosh, darn it, good for you, buddy. Cheers. This was a, hey, quit chewing on the cords, thank you. Matter of fact, come get on your bed. Hey, Bob, how you doing? Hang on. I don't taste like cough syrup. Give me a second. Let me pretend like that just didn't happen. I was really expecting a delicious, like, hey, do not chew on my phone cord. Hang on. Enough. Get on your bed. You've had a long weekend. That's it. You're not chewing on cords anymore. Thank you. Get in your bed. Go to sleep so I can put you on the show. Act normal. How you doing, Justin? Give me a minute. She needs to just be in timeout. Did so great on the trip. I'm telling you, you're talking San Diego. It's not Long Beach. That's 8 hours with a camper on, easy. JC, thank you so much for this. This is how I went. I know Dave said put them 10 at a time. You guys got to understand, I don't know how to fish, so I think I'm just going to start out with these. And I'm going to hook them in the, just how you guys tell me. And I'm going to set up the fishing poles. And I'm going to give this fishing thing yes, I'm back. Thank you. Justin's on everything. Thank you. Okay. Hi, bro. I'm a fan. Thank you. Thank you, Tan. Compliments of the brewery. Let me taste this again. Let me give it a real good taste before I judge. I don't want to be so judgy. I'll never buy it again. Tastes like cough syrup. Doesn't mean I'm not going to drink it. 7%. I haven't had a good alcoholic drink for, well, I did at my buddy's his daughter's first birthday party. I was there. Give me a minute. Let's not start there. Let me start off with what happened. Okay. Who did you vote for? I voted for Trump. Yeah. And I don't think anything different. So if that's not your thing, cool. I don't know why you guys are attacking Tesla. That guy brought astronauts back from space. He landed the space thing. And you guys, California, hey guys, hey Justin, I want you guys to understand because I was driving for 8 hours then. Listen, I'll get to my show in a second, but I got to tell you what's happening because I'm going to the board. Do you know the fishing game is making Fox News national news? Because Carol up on the board, remember the person that doesn't know what a coyote is saying that they don't want any more of his atmospheric boom because you can hear the boom when it changes atmospheres and it's scaring the animals in California. That's the kind of idiot. Listen, it's not even on us anymore. I thought maybe I can make national news by yelling at them. No. They're doing it to themselves. They're that pompous. Gavin Newsom is not going to stick up for him. They're going after. They're going after Elon Musk. That's the dumbest thing ever. But you guys do. I don't. I'm not in a biker club. I have friends that are, and there's nothing wrong with it. I have friends that are cops too. There's nothing wrong with that. I have friends that are have huge felonies. I have friends with everywhere. I'm just a friendly dude. That's all. Anyway, they did it to themselves. Like, I listened and I couldn't believe it was Carol. I'm like, what? I had to. I didn't pull over. I just kept going. Where is Dolly? Parenting is a terrible parent. Hang on. I should know where my daughter is at this point. Dolly! Oh, she's in her bed. Oh my God, she chose her second bed. The bed my mom gave me that you're supposed to strap your dog in while you're driving bed. The good bed. She likes that one. Okay. Let me get rid of the fish. This is what I got. Hang on, I've got to go back to this. This is what I got. I'm ready to start fishing, man. I am ready to start fishing. So, you, my homie. Yeah, I can see you, Eric. Eric, if you just stay where you're at, but if you can, come to YouTube so I can see your questions. Hang on. The problem with the bed she's in, it sits up way too high. And you won't be able to see her. She's so cute. She went right to sleep. All right. She's had one heck of a day. One heck of a day. Okay, give me a minute. Let me, okay. What do you think of... I have no idea. I don't keep up with that stuff, Nancy, but... sorry. I don't know. I think everybody should be able to do whatever they want in life. I mean... If you got a problem with them, you got a problem with them. It ain't me. As a matter of fact, I'm currently fighting with on the 17th, 16th, and 17th. The commissioners of the game wardens in California. No emotion, Bob, but I gotta announce this. I don't think the blacks should have Black History Month. I think it should be every month. That's all. And I don't think it should be the shortest month in February if it's going to be a month. So I think she has some explaining to do. Plus, it's okay, I have blacks in my family. As a matter of fact, Amir, the guy that's going to do my sneaker shoes, yeah, one of one. I dropped the leather off to him. He's black. If you guys see in color. I just see fun people. So, that being said, hang on. There you go. Go right back to sleep. I'm sorry. The show's about you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I know. What a great weekend, huh? We did so good. I took her to a beach. I did not let her touch the sand. It's called Dog Beach. She's had one parvo shot. Come on now. It was like when me and my wife would go out after they told us to stay home and wear a mask, or wear 3 masks, I believe it was. They got up to 3 masks. Never stayed home. I did video after video of me just having fun in my camper, and that's what we just did. We just had fun, me and her. And we're in the middle of potty training. I even put the piddle pounds down in my camper because I wasn't going to let her go potty and sniff around at a place called Dog Beach. Dedication to safety of my child. Now, did my child eat roe? Yeah, we ate the roe out of that, whatever those things are, grunions. Fun little animals. Now, if I didn't have her, I would have had a lot better content, but I got some good content coming out. Now, I waited for a couple of them to bang it out in their holes. You're not allowed to get out. The female just sits there. The male jumps out and runs real quick. It's the funniest thing. Bye, lady. He's already squirted his ink, and now she has to lay her eggs and fluff around for a minute. And then she pops her head out, and there I am. I wanted to catch her and she jumped out with my mouth. Didn't work out, but close. I didn't know the waves were going to come in either. The waves were incredible yesterday. I could, listen, okay, let's just start with Friday. Let's start there. Friday, drive day. Load up the camper, take off the tailgate, make sure all the connections are on, make sure everything's locked down, blah, blah, blah. Dump out the septic tank. I got a camper a camper line right in my house. And then go get the little girl. We needed a break from the other two bulldogs. I got two other bulldogs. I got a Penelope, she's 3, very antisocial to other dogs. This is not up her alley, but now it is. It's just what we needed. They knew they had a new sister. The sister went away. They thought maybe there's a possibility that my parents came to their senses and Dad's taking her back because it just didn't work out. That's not me. I'm in. When I'm in, I'm in. And me and her had the time of our, she rode 9 hours. But you gotta understand, she's a kid. So you gotta pull over her, poop breaks. You gotta know when they're gonna poop. You gotta know how long her bladder can go for 6 hours now, guy. But that's pushing it. There was no mistakes. I didn't put her in her kennel. I had it. She's gonna sleep in the kennel from now on because Penelope, that's her bed with us. Oliver already got kicked off by his younger sister. So, this little girl, oh, what a precious trip. My wife's like, you really enjoyed having her. Yeah, I took her to the 1-year-old birthday party. Talk about a hit. Gee, man, Christmas. Until she grabbed the dinosaur. Remember the plastic dinosaur toys? She would grab those and run under the truck that was parked in the backyard so no kids can get to her. And then she would come out and grab another one. A little thief. So I put her in the camper, and she made a fort with all the blankets up in there and then went to sleep. Waited a couple hours, went back out, let her go potty, brought her back in, burned off some energy. Oh my God, it was great. And then they were going to come to get Grunion. They live right there. They live. It worked out so perfectly that okay, I'm jumping ahead again. Let's go back to Friday. Driving down there, Highway 5. Dave's show comes on. This Mikey kid. I'm like, what the heck? Another YouTube guy that's blowing it up? He's G-rated. Gosh, darn it, man. Now I gotta be G-rated. These young kids know what they're doing. This guy, I subscribed and then I started watching his content while I was driving down there. I mean, I'm going to San Diego, right? And like, he gets people following him and he does 1 to 2 hour videos? What? So I watched. I'm in the algorithm. The fan. Oh my God. He's got this little kayak on steroids. And he goes places where nobody should go on a kayak and fishes. He's pretty good at it. He started off later on in his life. Matter of fact, his brother lives in, well, I'm not going to give his, but lives about 30 minutes from me. I told him, you want to kill a halibut, come on up in June or August. Now, there can't be any pay, or there can't be, it's a buddy-buddy thing. Leave us alone, game wardens. You have more to worry about. I can't believe we made national news. Carol, you are the biggest dipshit out there. Okay, algorithm. Bob, you're right. Emotion. Here's the problem now. It's out of our hands, boys. Anything we do now, they're going to catch. They're watching. They're watching Carol now. Carol decided to become the poster lady of California. We're going to stand up and we're going to fight against every other United States citizen out there. 90% of us, Carol. There's no emotion with that, Bob. You do stink. Oh my God, In-N-Out Burger. Oh. Oh. The beer, the farts, it's all worth it in the end. I will say this, Carol, man. It's funny when people dig their heels in, even though they know they're wrong. And Her sticking up for bears in the woods because they don't want Elon Musk disturbing any animals here in California. That's how our Fish and Game Commission, that's what a joke it is. They're going to take on Elon Musk. Now, I don't care where you guys stand on the Musk man. I don't. It's not my jam. I think of him the same way I think of Zuckerberg, man. They're men that, okay, I'm not going to mess with Zuckerberg. They are men that, if things don't look their way, they figure out a new way to reinvent themselves, which Gavin Newsom is doing right now. He is still the governor of California, and you don't hear anything from him. He's on his podcast now. He's number 3. Like, he started a podcast and he went to number 3 because he's that hated. It's an emotion, Bob. Bob, emotions. I'm not picking on Bob. I love Bob. Bob's right about emotions, though. But it's weird because emotions in social media world means ratings. And I learned that a long time ago when the freedivers were picking on me because I was saying I'm the best, and I proved I was the best. I'm so good that the wardens started investigating me. That's not a joke. I mean, I can tell my story and I can back it up with actual phone calls and text messages and all that. I had a truce with them, and before I found out about the board, you know the face of why we cannot have abalone. This is the truth. The face behind that, and Bob, this is not emotion. These are my boys, and we're going up next week. Can you believe it? They tagged me on my Facebook. Those are the guys that taught me how to get lobsters. They're going up to Sea Ranch. We're not allowed to get abalone anymore, but we used to go up there, set up a line, get our 3. I'd come up and the wardens would be up with their glasses because all the rich people that own the houses that rented them to us for the weekend would call and say, there's divers in the water. We don't want them here. They're messing with it. We'd come back to our cars. No violence to our cars. These are nice people. They know that we would hurt them, but we won't hurt them anymore. Listen, we're all on the same team, people. And they would leave notes. As a matter of fact, I got one somewhere. Hang on. And it is a note that I had to have my wife read to me because there's all these big words that I can't say or even understand. And so with that being said, okay, that's the kind of place we're renting from and getting our abalones. And then you see the wardens up in the bush. Like, we're talking forest, right on cliffs. You can see. Just like when I know they're underwater with me, I'm the only guy that has have twice encountered a freediver one underwater. I'm famous in my own brain. But anyway, you see him up on the cliff, right? And you see the reflection. I'm not doing anything wrong, but it's so why not pretend like it's a great white shark? And I'm not cussing anymore, but think of this as a different finger, right? And you're like that, right? And of course now they have to come talk to you and make sure you tagged them right. I was with the best of the best. These guys have done it forever, and I didn't even know. Listen, when I met Saltwater Guide and Dave's like, let's go get the commission, the commission. I'm like, huh? What are we doing going after the commission? Like, those guys, you don't want to mess with. They got their own personal army, and these guys are gangster. Well, it turns out that they're still gangster. The wardens are still gangster. They just have to follow the rules of the people we put in charge. And all of you Californians that like this, nobody likes it anymore. We saw in the last meeting, the special interest people don't even have, there's no federal funding. It's federally funded. And guess what, Carol? You just took on Elon Musk. I cannot believe how easy you're making my job now. Now, Bob, I know there's emotion here, but I'm excited, Bob. I was driving back, and I'm like, there's no way they're talking about our Carol. The one that doesn't even know what a coyote is. Oh, yeah, there she was on Fox News. And I'm like, what is going on? I thought I was in Bizarro World on Highway 5. I even woke up Dolly. I'm like, Dolly, this is the chick up there that doesn't even know what a coyote is. She would love you, though. God, you are a liberal's wet dream. Anyway, we can't go crazy like that. We're G-rated now. And Carol is saying to Elon Musk, we don't want your rockets here anymore because of the atmosphere pressure from a sound barrier blowback. It's affecting all of the animals out there. What? Like, is she that much of a robot? Like, does she not have well, her boss is Gavin Newsom and he's left the building. This guy, the face of why we don't get abalone anymore, is right there, and he said it so confidently last Wednesday. Fossil fuels, he says. He's sticking to that one. Can you believe that? Doesn't mean anything about lithium batteries down here. No, that's not the problem. All the runoff. No, that's not the problem. The EPA is dead in California. Gas prices are finally going down. Now, some gas stations, Chevron, are still having it $6 a gallon. You can find it on the way home for $4.69. Happy days are here again. The EPA's gone, and Carol's sitting there taking on Doge. That's a smart move, because it's federally funded. Everything in California is federally funded, Carol. You nincompoop. Sorry, Bob. I'm going to calm down before the 16th and 17th. I'll be there. I like to put a face to who I am. I don't like to be a keyboard warrior. It's time to meet. Which brings me to my next adventure with Deckhand Dolly. Me and my boys are going to go up and we're going to dive right there where we used to get abalone. I'm going to show you that abalone are on top of each other, and they're 12 to 13 inches. I'm not going to have the regular gauge. I'm going to have the bigger professional gauge, the trophy gauge. And I'm going to show you all the trophies out there. And this guy just said, everybody called in. They even tried crying like we did with the real men over here on Your Saltwater Guide. Those were real tears. Because they're doing real tears. Because you got to understand, they've taken away. It's the same thing that they're trying to do with fishing. They already took it away with abalone. There's dads, grandpas that want to I'm going to cuss, hang on. That want to let their grandkids and introduce them to this so they're safer. Abalone diving up there, there's more whites than are here, okay? I'll let you know that. That doesn't matter about that. You're a free diver. You have to free dive for these things. That's a bait for a white. I'm just saying. Then you got guys that think they can do it because guys like me make compliments to the brewery, make it look super easily. And then they die. We lose about 20 of them a year. Okay, sorry guys. Should have been out there. Get the proper training. What am I supposed to do? I can warn you all you want, but you think you're more of a man than me with your Tesla, but you don't even want a Tesla anymore. The weirdest world is just so crazy. And this Carol lady took on Elon Musk. I know this is supposed to be about my vacation, but this was part of my vacation. You say vacation? Yeah, it's work. I had to film. Yeah, I got about 8 hours. I got a week's worth of videos with Deckhand Dolly and me eating the first what do you call that roe? What do you call that? The little eggs. Caviar. And she's not dead. She doesn't have parvo from what I know, but she might get it. I don't know. I went to some really cool. Anyway, off Carol, off Elon Musk, off everything. Let me go back and just. I'm driving down there. I'm listening to Dave's show, and Bob told me the day before, hey, this guy's from San Diego. I had about 5 guys. Matt was one of them, Matt Ryan, and I'm like, oh, okay, let me take interest. I had nothing better to do anyway. I was just going to chit-chat with my friends for an hour. It takes an hour off my drive. Now it's only a 7-hour drive, 9 with a baby. Come on now. And lo and behold, I meet a younger kid that knows what he's doing, and he knows how to control himself and not cuss and just be nice to people. And everything Dave, the conversations I've had with Dave, he's like, you gotta calm the fuck down. I'm sorry, you gotta calm down. I'm like, oh man, Dave, you don't understand. My personality just wins over everybody, except for the people that shouldn't, like Carol. Said she wanted to be my friend. I wonder if she's going to want to be my friend after the 16th and 17th. I'm not going to get tased. I'm not going to have emotion. I'm going to be a robot. I might even do some cue cards because I get to talk every time. Doesn't matter what the subject is. I'll come up. Just like the Biden speaker. We'll circle back around on that one. All right there? Yeah, I'll circle right back around. You want to talk about salmon? I don't know why people aren't calling in left and right on the salmon. We all know the problem. Lion. Seals. Huh? Get rid of the lion seals. You get your harbors back in San Francisco all the way down the coast. The fish will come back. Your steelhead will come back. It ain't us taking them out there, young men and women. The commissioners want you to believe global warming. They also want you to believe fossil fuel. Well, federally funded. Sorry. All your science, you can't even prove anyway. Because here's the problem. They weren't proving it in the first place. But now they really can't because there's no money for them. And if there's no money for them, nobody's going to do it. But he decided not to let any area open up with abalone, all because he has a gut feeling about fossil fuels. Doesn't matter, the proof is there. No studies on his behalf. And now we have a face and a name. Take a bow, young man, old man, pasty white skin. I'm not going to personally attack you. You look like a marshmallow man. Haven't been outside in a decade. But you want to bond with me calling yourself a diver? Get out of town. You want to come diving? Let's dive Moss Landing. I'll dive it next week with you after we meet. Come on down. I'll be nice. I'll even put 2 instructors on just in case you've been diving before, like over in Mexico with Scuba Steve. He's my friend. He laughs at you and I laugh at you after you leave. Hello, Scuba Steve. Last time I saw Scuba Steve in Puerto Vallarta, he's like, man, you know, I introduced you to scuba diving. Like, yeah, in your pool, your Discovery Scuba. I said, come on now. I've been doing this for a while. I was a free diver, homie. So the first time I went there, they were doing a dive cruise, but I wasn't able to dive. But there was a liberal family from San Francisco. Took all of his family members, and all he would talk about is abalone diver. They made the biggest mistake by not giving it back. Or they won't give it back. If they take it, hey, how you doing, Steven? If they take it, they won't give it back. So I only have a half an hour more, so let me get back to my story. Sorry. I tease you, bro. Just stay out of the penalty box. Yeah. Penalty box, Bob. The penalty box would... Okay, Bob, you're a hockey player, right? There's guys that don't know how to play hockey that well, but know how to mess up people that they send in, right? I mean, that's just what they do. You mess with our team, we're sending this guy in. He doesn't care about scoring a goal. He wants to knock some teeth out, he wants the ice time, and he wants the penalty box. I'll take the penalty box. I just don't want to be tased. I won't threaten any of them. I know how to tap around that. I'm going to go to every meeting. If they take one fish away, and I'm going to talk to the guy that was going for 4. I'll say, listen, guys, this is the truth. I got nothing better to do. I'm coming to every meeting since you want to be transparent. I'm going to make sure you're transparent, and I'm going to sit here. Or you give us back a section of abalone. Okay? Because the science is there. And if you take away 1, if you give us 4, I'm coming every time. Unless I'm sick. But I got a camper. I got a PTS dog right here. Uh-oh. What? I don't even have to worry about it. Carol decided to run her mouth on Elon Musk. Oh my God, Carol. Are you this pompous is a problem. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Elon Musk and the California Fish and Game. Why would they even go there, man? Why? You're federally funded. You weren't even on their radar. They're still getting all the illegal that are violent criminals. Oh my God. Know your place, Carol. Ask Gavin Newsom for help. He'll be doing a podcast laughing at you, saying, I can't believe she did this. I'm a moderate. I'm running for president. Look at my hair. Don't worry about LA fires. Don't worry about the smelt. Don't worry about the 70% of water that I let go back into the ocean, and we have to get all our water from the other states. That kind of guy. Oh, the guy that told you to stay at home while he was highlighting himself. Everybody was listening, staying home except for me and a couple of my friends. And he had his mask off, hanging out with doctors at some restaurant that couldn't even afford to be open, but it's his restaurant, so hello. This beer isn't even growing on me. It tastes like cough medicine. But I'm just so happy. Okay, so I go down there and I'm driving down and I'm listening to Dave, your Saltwater Guide show at noon. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google it. Guys, he's got a video out there that has, I think it's like 56 million or billion. I don't know where he's at. It's about something I've done before. I've taken the spinal fluid out, but I never did it with a spoon. Genius. And they did a bigger spine. Can you imagine a 200-pound? I had it. A 204-pound halibut. I could have taken the spine juice out and ate it. I would have chopped it up and snorted it. 56 million billion views? Oh, yeah. Last night, I waited for one of these grunions to pop out of her little sex pool, and I tried biting her head like Ozzy Osbourne. She's a little faster than me, and then a wave came in and almost knocked me over. Plus, I had to take care of my daughter, holding her up, rolling around. She can't get in the sand. Did that happen? Kind of. Not really. You'll get to watch this week. My boy JC, hearts out, homie. To all your Saltwater Guide family, props. This was very healthy for me because I drive down there. Let me get back to my story. I drive down there. I'm listening to Dave's show. Now I have another 7 hours, and I just start watching this Mikey guy. I log on his YouTube page. I'm like obsessed with Mikey. Mikey, you're Mike to me, okay? I don't like calling people Mikey. You're a grown-ass man, and you act like one. You're out there having fun. You scuba dive. You've never gotten to halibut. I will give you that experience from the bottom of my heart. And they are here. My instructor friends said, oh my God, we saw 2 of them today while I was training. So if you know where they are, you know where they are. I will be out there. I know the hurricane's coming or some kind of weird weather. I was down in San Diego. I wanted to dive, and it just didn't turn out that I had all my gear. I talked to the young men that were fishing from the jetty. They were fishing for halibut, and they liked me because I told them about my game warden stories. I'm the only guy that has been pulled over twice underwater. You get on my level, kids. And then they get on my buddy's private boat and demand to know if he's running private charters. The guy's a billionaire, and you're gonna ask that guy? That guy has lawyers on his phone on speed dial, waiting for him to pick up. And you're going to go harass him? Just because I gave him one of the greatest experiences in life? Shame on you, wardens. But it's not about the wardens. Wardens, it's going to be okay. We got to get Carol off the board and Eric. We got to reamp it. And you know what? Her job's going to get cut. Elon Musk, Doge, you're an idiot for doing that. Broadcast and enjoying the content of the stream. Hit thumbs up and turn on notification. Hey, thank you, whoever you are. Man, that's cool. I really like that. Thank you. Little thumb, thank you. Yeah, okay. Hang on. Thank you for that. Nobody really. That's cool. If you can, share me out. I'm new to this. I'm 54 and I've decided to make this my career. Is it work? I don't know. I got a puppy. I'm hanging out with a puppy, driving 8, 9 hours instead of a 7.5 hour trip because I'm bringing my own hotel. I know everybody. Oh well, oh man, welcome. Anyway, let me finish. Let me finish the weekend, and then we can talk later if you want. That's it, man. Thank you, whoever you are. Thank you. But let me finish. Let me finish. So I'm driving down there. I see this, and I go. I get there, and I hang out with my friend that I've been friends with since kindergarten. And he's bought a house 4 miles from the house that I was raised in. And I pull up, and his driveway is just a little slanted, but it's slanted in the right way. If I put my head up here, I can sleep. I don't have to put my levelers down or anything. And I bring my puppy, and it's only had 1 parvo shot, so we're supposed to not put it anywhere. He promised me his Juilliard was parvo free. She got to play with his rescue dog from Tijuana. Did you know they would electrocute dogs down there? If they just go up and electrocute dogs. Now I don't know if I can't validate that, but my buddy rescued an electrocuted dog. It wasn't electrocuted yet. I'm like, it's okay because this one doesn't have papers. It is a purebred. It's mom and dad. I've met them both. They're both English bulldogs, but it doesn't have papers. Now my other 2 in there have papers, and nobody's ever asked to see my papers, ever. and the irony of this is my life is just coming together, and I don't know how much longer I have. Listen, you gotta understand, I'm a guy that thinks outside of the box his whole life. This should not happen, but it's happening. I feel like a little schoolgirl because not only am I meeting brand new people, and they're helping me succeed, and all they want to do is have fun, and they don't want to have lectures and told how they can fish and where to fish and what fish they can fish for. Now they have knocked down the grunion down to 30. That is absurd. I saw 10 billion of them, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I was with JC. He knows what he's doing. And Andrew. Andrew was there from the group. So when I hear an Andrew, I'm like, and JC goes, introduce him as, hey, he's a Saltwater Guide member. I'm like, oh, cool. You're one of us. It's refreshing when you can take away all the... I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm drinking too much Kool-Aid over there. But I love it because it's just like-minded people just wanting to have fun. We don't. And for some reason, Carol decided to take on Elon Musk. Our job is done, boys and girls. It's not done. I'm still going there. You still have to call in because now the national news is watching. And here's to you, Dave Hansen, if you're watching. I know you're not a drinker, but cheers, brother. You started this. And you did it without negativity, and you did it like Jerry Seinfeld, clean. I don't know how to be clean yet, but I'm trying to clean up my act. Whoever you run into in life, you don't know who you're going to meet. That's just the facts. There are people that are going to scam you, sure. But if you have street smarts, and your dad taught you how not to be messed with in life, it brings that down a little. Now, I'm not threatening anybody ever again. I mean, I hope not. Because here's what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to go do a weekend just what I did. Let me get to how it happened. So I'm down there. Now I got Mikey's videos to watch, right? The whole way down there. So I'm just binge watching. And I'm like, is this still the same one? Like, 10 minutes on YouTube is like insane. He's like an hour and a half just What? And I'm looking at how many likes he has. I'm looking at the algorithms, guys. I know what I'm doing in a weird way. I really don't know what I'm doing, but kind of. And I know when your saltwater guide has like 56 million views or billion and then 150,000 likes. Do you know how hard it is to get a like? You got to prove yourself out there. I've already proven myself in a small, I get 50 to 60,000 per video. Not these lives, of course not. I will, G-rated. You better put in work. You're going to get laughed at. Your own kids aren't going to talk to you and think you've gone crazy. Just replace your kid with this. I didn't replace you, Emily. You just didn't want to play in Daddy's world anymore. This one wants to play. This one wants to be famous. You should have saw her. You ought to see, there's a beautiful picture of her on the side of the freeway with poppies growing. Poppies are growing here. California poppies, state flower. I put her right in the middle of it. She's just sitting right by it. The cutest thing. Cutest. And then I walk around backwards, and guess what I see? She's taking a big old dump. A bigger dump than her whole body. She's just, like that. I got both views. Child's play when I do that as a short or a reel. Pablo did do really good today. I'm looking at comments, but man, that was, I was so excited. Okay, let me finish. So Friday, boom, I binge watch. I get to my buddy's house. We hang out. I go to bed. We're in bed by like 10:30, 11, whatever it was. And then I get up at 7:30, and I just leave his house. And I go drive by my old neighborhood, but lo and behold, my neighbor that I grew up with was right there. He's hanging out with his dad. His dad's still there. Their house was still the same color. And their garage door was open. I knew it was theirs because they're very OCD. Everything's perfect. Nothing's ever. I turn around. I pull over. I go, hey, are you? My friend's name. He goes, yeah. He looks at me and he goes, is that you? I goes, yeah. Yeah. I'm down here to get grunions. Oh, yeah. I don't even think he follows me. And then I rush. My nephew Amir had to go to work. He's a young lad that you're going to get to know if you want to. If you don't, that's cool. He's building me my new shoes. He made these ones. He didn't put the gaping sphincter holes on the back of them. He took it serious. But now I bought him a cobbler machine, and I gave him the leather for a lingcod. And then poof, I'm out of there. He has to go to work. He was out jogging. I'm like, where are you at? He goes, I'm jogging. I'm like, what? A youth. Trying to look good for the ladies. Oh, good for you. Gave him a hug, took a picture with him, zipped on over, and now I'm at Mission Bay. Mission Bay, that's where we go. My dad would take me out there past the surfers, give me a Hawaiian sling, said kill a halibut. I probably swam over 25,000 of them and didn't know what they were. Thank God, they would have drowned me. Because I don't give up. My dad tells me to kill something and do something. I want to impress him. Okay, yes. Let me get to that because I'm going to get off track. But yes. Matt, here's what you're going to get from me. Because I'm not forgetting about the people that have supported me all the way through my life in my dive career. And this captain that I was going down has a brand new daughter that's 1 year old. It's her 1 year old party. I don't go to kid parties. It's not my jam. But this was she was a cook on the boat, and he was a captain that came up and replaced the best captain I've ever known, Captain Graham. And my buddies that are going up that taught me how to get lobsters, I had to tell them because I was already involved in their group. I'm like, hey, listen, give this guy a chance. They didn't like him because he was new. He won't put us on bugs. He probably is an environmentalist. Da 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 da. You got to worry about all these things when you get a new captain. It's true. What if they put him on one of these boats and then make the boats go where there's no lobsters? You ain't gonna get lobsters. And he proved he was one of us. What does that mean? One of us? A wonderful human being. And then watch this whole family come together. And his daughter grabbed my hand, his older one, I think she's 3 or 4. And just grabbed my finger. I don't know if you know what that's like as a dad. The first time your kids just, they hold your fingers. Their hands are too small to hold the whole hand, so they just grab your finger. And then they guide you around. She's like showing me all of her toys. And I'm like, oh, okay, you had snot running down your nose. Give me some hand sanitizer. Just a great family though, and he's making custom spear guns. I don't know why the world is working out like this for me. I already have 5 guys that want these things from him. Listen, boys, he's making mine first. Me. Narcissism. And here's the thing about custom spear guns. There's guys out there that are so talented and they try it and it's word of mouth and maybe they do 10. They start buying all the equipment. And then it didn't go anywhere. Why? You have to have a mouth. I have the mouth. And I know I'm new to your saltwater guide and I don't know how to fish and my eyes are, I'm like a little kid. I'm like Mikey because he started young. I'm that guy that doesn't even know how to tie a hook. I learned from Jason. I've watched a couple Dave's videos. I can do it. I have the crack for halibut, grunion. My halibut up here, there's no grunion run. And my wife said there is. So maybe there is. Maybe I just missed that part of life. I'll research it, doesn't matter. San Diego, my right where I grew up. His house, the party, was 4 miles away. I was able to go take a nap with this beautiful little dog because she was at the kid party, stealing all their little toys that they were getting and running under the cars so nobody can get her. Cars that were behind a fence, they weren't going to drive anywhere. Come on. San Diego. Cadillac converters get stolen all the time. And then I'd take her back and put her in the camper and she'd just take a nap. Come back and get her, let her go potty and bring her back to the party. Anyway, we took pictures. You'll see them this week. I said, listen, we're taking pictures. I have 2 other guys. It's him and his brother-in-law. They don't know what their company name is. We came up with, I said, just use your initials. And so, it was a D and an I and then spear guns, right? So he says, this ain't your spear gun. I loved it, but I don't know if they're going to stick with it. Doesn't matter. I'm promoting them. They already have. Listen, Captain Ian, I saw him doing it, and I'm like, hey, I'm not here to take anybody's thunder away. I'm only here to uplift people. I know that's not what a narcissist does, Emily, but you're just going to have to take a back seat. Because I have a new daughter right here. Somebody that wants to have fun with your dad like you used to. And I'm sorry it worked out like this for me and you. And I should have never, well, if I wasn't with your mother, you wouldn't be here. So, get used to it. I'm sorry I didn't stick around. I didn't like her. She's a sick woman. But nah, you know what? She's a wonderful woman. You're a wonderful lady. Rock on your life. I got a new daughter to take care of. Anyway. So then I go from his party, and now I'm down in San Diego just waiting in my camper. And JC texts me, goes, I'll be there at 50 minutes. I'm like, oh, let me set an alarm. Watched a couple YouTube videos. Knocks on my thing. It's dark. He's ready to go. He's got his waders on. I'm like, waders? Okay, let me put my gear on. I should have been more prepared. I was bumbling for things. Putting her in her kennel. Getting flashlights. Getting the GoPro. Getting the head mount. Make sure I have my chain on. And we walk out there. And we meet Andrew from Your Saltwater Guide. And he already has his 30. He's going to go put him in his truck, and then what he's going to do? Film the rest of the thing so Dave can have videos, and so can he. Dave asked for a minute video. It's very important if Dave asks for something, give it to him. Unless you're going to make money off it. I don't care who you do. You do you, boo. But if you're doing it for Dave, so Dave can prove to the game wardens that they've already taken the grunion down to 30. There's no reason for it. No rhyme, no reason, no studies, no anything. A gut feeling. People having fun. It was Saturday, so do you know how many families I saw out there just waiting? They had bonfires. They had marshmallows roasting. The run wasn't until 10:05. This guy Andrew was walking back with 30 by 10:04. And then when Jason Cutter, says, "Hey, Brent, he's a Saltwater Guide member." I'm like, "Whoa, fist pump, bro. How you doing?" Normally I just look at, all right, whatever. It's one of JC's friends. And when I can tell you that because of my investigations and where the wardens have made me aware to be smart about what I do. Let's just say it that way. Can I say it that way? I do everything legal. I have a gosh darn GoPro on my head the whole dive. That's why when they come up to me, I catch them. That's why I have 2 times underwater being pulled over. Now I can edit that video and I can tell you guys how to listen for the engines on the boat, but they're the same engines of the boats that come and help you if you're drowning or sharks attacking somebody or a great white is purging. My fun video is for my buddy's 40th birthday. Me and my buddy Brooksy were up on the top deck drinking our coffees. There was 10 guys in the water, and there was a great white just eating, feasting on its kill. Listen, after they kill it, then they have to eat it. They don't have hands, so then they're just biting it and shaking their heads out of water. Birds. Dave's right. Birds come around. They want all the pieces that are flying off. It's nature, guys. If you can't handle it, get out. And for some reason, Carol got on the board. She was so excited. She didn't even know what a coyote is. She's running the federal game wardens of California. Her own mission. Thank you. I don't even know what a coyote is. You got Erica over there that doesn't care about abalone coming back in tenfolds. 10 more years of study, guys. We need to calm down. All right. There's guys like me that don't have 10 years to show their grandkids. Thank you, Eric. Thank you for taking that away from us. Hello, young lady. I got 10 years. And then you got guys that sit there and watch reality. So whoever asked me in the very beginning what my politics were, I don't care. I voted for Trump. Look behind you. Is Trump perfect? No. He admits to not being perfect. That's what I love about people. People that are that real. People that make a mistake in a text saying we're going to bomb Iran and then don't try to make up a lie that they can catch you in. Say, yeah, we were wrong. Nobody got fired. They trusted a wrong person. That's why when I'm meeting people out for the first time, like Andrew, if I didn't know he was a saltwater guide person, I'd be like, hey, cool. I'd be super nice. If they wanted to talk to me. I would think they were an undercover game warden myself, just how I'm trained. And then you got guys on the board, and I now know a face. And my life works out so perfect. My friends just tagged me. They're going to Sea Ranch. We used to do abalone. This is why I'm passionate about abalone, everybody. I got to do it. I didn't get to do it with my dad. I didn't get to do it with my grandpa. I got it to do it with guys that took me aside and said, man, you're a special person. We need to tone you down just a little bit, but we want you to hang out with us. Huh? Tear to the eye. And these are guys that they can call me, and no matter what, I'd be there for each and every one of them. Those kind of guys. And gals. I mean, come on. I'm a dude, so I don't understand how chicks think. Just saying. I've been on the opposite side in the family court system in California. Compliments the brewery. So somebody on the opposite side, I don't know if you've ever been through a divorce in my day. But even if you weren't in the country, your ex could say you were at a school threatening the principal, and the principal would write a letter saying I was there. Puerto Vallarta, Scuba Steve. How great is this? This is a victory dance for me. Which brings me back to the next. I'm going to go over today. I just am, because I haven't even gone past Saturday. So, we shoot a whole bunch of footage with Dolly. My buddy and me were only out there for 20 minutes and we were done. Myself, I wanted to go get in the water and shoot a halibut. They're gonna be everywhere like sharks out there. There were so many halibut lined up right there, and Andrew, I believe, took some of his grunion and cast them out. I don't know if there's video of him catching it. I don't know. I'm not a surf fisherman. I don't know if Andrew is. He just said, I'm going to go shoot footage. I already got my 30. We all obey the law. You guys just change the law every gosh darn day. For some reason, we only can have 30 of these things. Why? You ought to see the orgies that were happening on the beach. Now, don't bring me down my algorithm because I said orgy. My God. It's like the 60s, free love with the grunion. You ought to see these things. And anybody can be involved. I mean, honestly, if you want, I would like to know the ages of the grunion. Some were big, some were small. I think the small males still get to come play. Sorry, I didn't mean to say come, not C-U-M, C-O-M-E. Dee is out. Dee is this is her life. This is how she slept in my truck. She couldn't get enough of sleeping with her dad. I'm going to spin her around. Hopefully she stays like this. Because she came home and got, here's what happened. And I told my wife that could happen. We opened the garage door, and the brothers and sisters that are in there that hated her now know she's my family. I'm the alpha. Seawolf. And they responded just like that. They missed her. Then she started biting them with their little teeth and chasing them around, and when they're trying to pee, she runs underneath them, and then we have to give her a bath over and over again. She's a maniac, this one. Third child. This is a class clown. This was meant to be. Me running into Ian in my life and seeing his family grow. And me being at a 1-year-old party yesterday. I'm not a person people invite to 1-year-old parties. Had a great time with each and every one of them, and I was on my best behavior. And they're starting a business. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I don't care. I just had one of the greatest weekends of my life. Got to hang out with my buddy JC. That's always a pleasure, my dude. Anybody from Your Saltwater Guide has a home with me in my heart, because I know how you think. Now, you guys have to understand, I don't know how to fish. That's not me trying to get into the fishing world for views. I really don't. I want the biggest halibut, I want the biggest lobster. And that's why I started watching Justin, because that's where they are. They're in LB. Sorry. They got so much crap coming out of the river there. They glow, they smell different. There's one right here, right in front of you. Here you go. This one was from the contest of my buddies. I got some seawood for it. That was a drift down there from San Diego, and I'll be mounting this. The tail, if you've been watching, is taped down. It's almost dry, and it'll stay in this position till I epoxy it. Put it on the wood, shape it, paint it a little bit, and then we epoxy it, and it is going to be done. Don't worry, the meat's all been hamburgered up, sausaged up, sea dogs, sea bites. And last night, when I have an adrenaline rush, even if I'm tired, because I'm 54, I could have slept in the parking lot. Got a Starbucks coffee, liberal juice. Maybe it would change my ways, and I think Eric was right. He's a diver. Oh my God, he's a diver. He's one of us. Oh, he's out there doing good in the world. No. Eric, you're not. You're not a diver, and you're not an American citizen in my brain. You are the reason why California, everybody has moved out. Your boss is doing podcasts and doesn't have your back anymore. The person that you get paid from is the federal money, and it comes from Trump. And for some reason, the lady you guys promoted to the top of the commissioner board for the wardens, that doesn't even know what a coyote is, that introduced wolves back to Northern California. We will be seeing a human being eaten by a wolf. Maybe it's a cute little couple that just had their first kid, and their dad's not dominant, so when the wolf comes, he runs and hides, and their kids get eaten. That'll be sad. I don't want that to happen. But you all stand up and take a bow if you believe in what Eric and Carol and Melissa are doing. She's racist. She only wants to give blacks 1 month, the shortest month. She told us. And then she talked about the Indians. She called them indigenous. Let me explain something. There's not one of them up on board, and they won't be on board because I've talked to them. They're my friends. They don't trust us. What do I mean by us? White privilege. Yeah. Why would they? You guys on our board or the commissioners are the reason why people are leaving California. It's gut feelings, your gut feelings. Nobody cares about your gut feeling, Eric. I know there's emotion here, Eric, Bob. I'll switch it off. I know what to do when I'm performing. I'm a narcissist, remember? I believe I was put on this earth for this moment. I do not want to be tased. I will not be tased. I do have very financially well-off friends that will bail me out if something does go sideways. I do have family right there that can take care of Dolly, my PTS dog. I'm not going in with that attitude. But I'll be damned, Carol. For some reason, the stars have lined up because I honestly didn't know how this was going to work out. I'm driving back from San Diego, and I don't care what algorithm I have, and I'm hearing Fox News, national news, talk about Carol, our little cute Carol that doesn't even know what a coyote is. Almost brought a tear to my eye, but I'm a narcissist, remember, Emily? I just said this can't be this great. Next weekend I'm going up with my buddies. They don't even know I'm coming yet. They've tagged me, so I guess they want me to come. And I'm going to give them all GoPros, and we're going to film all these abalone that don't exist anymore. Mind-blowing. Let me get one beer. This will be my last beer, and then I got to go. Honestly, I haven't spent any time with the wife. I've been editing, cleaning up stuff. We got into the movie Dexter, the show Dexter. Everybody knows Dexter. And here's the cool thing about Dexter. Here's what I'm going to do with all my halibut this year. One, I'm going to collect their ear bones. Two, I'm getting the, you know the slides you put under a microscope that Dexter had? And if I had 43 halibut last year, I'm doubling it this year. Halibut season has started, and I'm going to be 100% in on these halibut. I'm going to take these little slats out there, so when I have blood, I like to bleed them out. I don't like ruining the meat. I'm going to mark each one, how much they weighed, where they were. Real science. And their blood, their DNA. And then at the end of the season, well, every time I do a short, I'm just going to open up my box and go. I'm going to have the skin. See all the skin? You say, what are you going to do with halibut skin? Well, it's being inlaid in a custom spear gun, a 101. You want one? PM me or DM me or whatever that word is. Message me. I'm starting to check messages. I've gone back to people that were still asking me lobster questions during lobster season. I'm sorry, guys. And to the guy that went out there 5 times with his son and didn't catch one, I got you. I hope you're not a warden. I hope you're not setting me up, but it doesn't matter. Because you're just going to have to go on a boat with me, with Justin, or with whoever I'm going on their boat. And you and your son are going to have to pay, and it's out of my hands out there. Justin takes our licenses and fills them out for us. I saw it. We saw live game wardens get on twice this year. They even talked about me. Narcissism. And how about that? Nah, you're right. I am the worst narcissist ever. I will say this, Matt. I really thought I was one because I've had such a blessed life. Nobody should be able to walk through life like this and create businesses. Here's the thing, and everybody's sending me all this stuff on people with ADHD and learning disabilities and this. This is the truth. We've been put down all of our lives. We don't know defeat ever. So if I get a video, I'm built for this social media. When I get a video, I don't fall apart if nobody comments. I don't fall apart if I set up a website and then it has an explosion of clothes being sold and then now it doesn't. I don't care. Because I took that money from all that clothes that I did get and I put them towards my new shoes coming out. I haven't even touched the shoe market. You guys don't even know what a shoe market is if you don't have kids. These are one of one, and they're going to be more professional than these ones. Get out. There's not going to be a gaping sphincter hole from a lobster, 15-pound lobster on the back of it. Everybody says, well, why don't you take the halibut butts? They don't have butts. They have the thing that it's right here. You can finger. Okay, I don't want my algorithm to go down. So. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm a man, right? Have I made mistakes? Sure. Here's the thing, is I wouldn't change anything in my life. I have 2 kids that don't talk to me. I wouldn't change anything in my life, ever. What I do it for myself, for my men's mental health, and I do it for my family and friends. And if you don't like that, I get it. I'm sorry. You got some kind of weird issues in my brain, but I'm a narcissist. And now I get to just use it, and it's great. Everybody's like, you gotta stop saying you're a narcissist. You're the greatest person ever. Well, thank you. Narcissists say that to each other. I don't fight for relationships, Bob. You're right, though. Bob's a detective. When Bob listen, anybody else could tell me, even Dave told me, you need to mellow. When Bob didn't say mellow, he said, you need to not have emotion. From Bob being who he is, and it's not a play, I've seen his videos that he sends me, and I've seen what he's done in his life. And he's made it through life, and all he wants to do is hang out with his grandkids and go fishing and be the best grandpa he can be. I don't know what kind of dad he was. Detectives work long hours. I don't know what kind of families he had. He's a real man, though. And for some reason, this higher power, whatever you want to call it, universe, put Bob in my life, put Martin in my life, put Dave in my life, put Justin in my life, put Lisa in my life, put JC in my life, put Matt in my life. But before I had a life with you guys, I had Captain Ian. I mean, I could go down a list of guys that I still have to go hang out with. TJ, my buddy. You all met him at he even came to the after party. Cheers, brother. Jeff Long, the new dad. He's going to introduce his kids to things. You have to go to Disneyland. Have to come out of town. Why not come back with taking your family on the boat in the harbor? No seasickness. Your kids can be inside if they want. It doesn't look like your son will be. I don't know what your daughter. And if I can live long enough, I get to see them scuba dive, and I get to go on. They know. Here's the thing. Dads and moms know I'm the safest diver out there, even though it looks like I'm reckless. I would not go diving with you and your kids and crawl into a cave. If you let them watch me and they do that themselves, that's on them. At least train them with the best. I am the best. And I'm not even the best. The guys that I'm going to go hang out with next weekend are the best. And Eric on the commissioner board, there's going to be videos behind me because I can see you let people play videos. I'm about to clown you. Melissa, please do not talk about Black History Month or Indian Month or any of that. It has no place on the California Commissioner Board. For you, Carol, I don't even have to talk to you. You want to be my friend? I don't want to be your friend. I'm glad I'm not your friend because you're about to get exposed. For some reason, you decided to be a puppet to whoever's running. It's not Gavin Newsom. He's out of here. And you decided to do that on a national level? I listened to it on Fox News. I couldn't get enough of it. I even went to CNN, punched it in. They couldn't believe the same thing. Oh, we're worried about the animals. They tried tying in the animals with all the missiles and launches that Elon Musk is doing. Do you know how much money that brings into California? And he can go to Texas, he can go to Florida. They all launch. Another huge mistake. But they're so pompous and stupid that they put up their walls. They can't think outside the box. They've been taught from college, say these big words, meet the right people, suck the right parts. Nobody can touch us. We have all wardens behind us. Hey, hello. Once again, wardens are federally funded. You're treasonous. You're racist. I'll leave those words out. They're trigger words. But if you take away any of those sandfish, bass, I'm coming every time. I'm going to talk every time. This is not what I want to do for my life. I don't want to become famous for being the guy that comes up there and clowns on you guys and yells at you and points out the truth in them. the buffoonery. I'm not that guy. Well, I am. But I'd rather just go make cute videos with my dog grabbing Grunion. I don't know why we only got 30. And after she has all of her shots, can you imagine her in July? I'm teaching her how to bite a Grunion, but not. It's just going to be like a bird dog, like a Labrador. But she'll be able to bite the Grunion and bring him back to me. Is that legal? Can I have 30 more because my daughter has it? What if I get her a card? She's my PTS person. I'll play your game. Yeah, you're right. And I will say this, Justin. I will say this. Soft mouth. I know she doesn't have a soft mouth. She might after the teeth are gone. Right now, oh, no way. And they're bulldogs. Honestly, she's probably going to eat them whole. She did like the caviar. Did you like the Oh, yeah. You heard that, huh? Okay. So, not only am I going to go to Sea Ranch before this meeting, but I'm also going to go to Fort Bragg. I've been up there with my buddies. We're going to find a calm day. And I'm going to dive Fort Bragg, and I'm going to show you the same thing at Fort Bragg as it is in... I'll dive everywhere that we're allowed to get abalone. You're going to see that Eric is lying to you with no science, on a gut feeling. Everybody needs to calm down. 10 more years of studies is what he wants. No money for studies. Nobody's doing studies, Eric. But you're the man behind it. Stand up, claim it, wear it. I've also studied all this, and I've heard what Bill Varney said, and I heard what people are saying, and we're going to have to go to the federal courts. Okay. That's where you guys take over. I'm just going to go up every time if they take one of our sand bass away. Eric, if you want a truce, don't take any sand bass away. Give us 5, I'll leave you alone. But there has to be something else in there. Are you ready for this? You're going to have to give us a section of the abalone back that people can go out and get abalone. I'm not a big abalone guy. You have to do it free diving. It's not my jam. Lobster and halibut's my jam. But I don't trust you. You're treasonous to this country. You even said so. You hung in there and it slipped out and you tried pulling it back. It was brief, but you said it. Fossil fuels. And that did get me all riled up. That's when Bob said, hey, listen. I mean, Dave's like mellow. They muted me. I didn't touch my screen. There's no way. I went on for 3 minutes just... I don't even know what I said. I probably told him I don't know what I said. Well, I do because I filmed it. I record everything. I've done it for 25 years. So when my kids say I'm the worst father, Emily, you're my daughter. I'm not supposed to do this anymore. You're not smart. Just because your mom got rid of all the DVDs doesn't mean I did. I made copies and gave them to you from VH1. Still have them. Are we ready to do this, guys? We got an army behind us. All my respects does go to Dave Hansen. I don't care what you think about the dude. I'm starting to get to know the real dude, and I like what I see. It's like my dad's not here, but he's putting all these people in my life. Because I'm a guy that has never listened to anybody, ever. Except for my wife. I do listen, this one, not the first one. First one was batshit crazy. Not even supposed to say that, but she was. One for all for one, united we stand. Martin, you're absolutely right. And I'm glad you're here to see this. My uncle passed away. He passed away, and he knew that the world was he thought the world was coming to an end because he saw what was happening. And the world has uprighted itself except for the Commissioner Board in California. And for some reason, they don't think that Americans talk to each other ever. They don't believe that we all came together and said, we're not doing this anymore. And they believe in giving everything to China by fossil fuels. Gas is bad. Natural gas is bad, is what he's saying. And lithium batteries are what we need to have. Except for if it's Tesla, then it's the Antichrist. Now all these people that bought all these expensive cars and traded in their other cars, and now they have Teslas, they can't even get rid of them anymore. You're morons and you're sheep. And I would advise you, you can key their cars because they're probably weak people. I don't have any battery operated cars, but you're going to key the wrong car. You're going to say the wrong word. And you're going to F around and find out. And that's what is happening right now with the Commissioner Board. I didn't know how this was going to go down. Now I know everybody's watching. Dave, if you're out there, or somebody tell Dave, wake him up and tell him this. The world is watching now because of what Carol did. The one that didn't know anything about coyotes. Let Dave know, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I want you to hear this. Are we ready for dinner? Oh, what do you need?
I think she has to go potty.
Oh, Mommy wants to take your potty.
No, her.
Oh, can you just open it? And they'll both run out. Look at Sister Love. So, I'm going to end the show with this, because it's time to hang out with the fam. Raise this back up. Someday the studio I'll have a battery operated table that comes up that has a epoxy of that's lidden up with the halibut body. But anyway, let me digress, because if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you don't even have to watch Fox News. It's on MSNBC, it's on CNN, it's on any channel. Carol, the one that knows nothing about coyotes, decided to run her mouth about Elon Musk because she's upset. And here's how they tied it into the fishing game for some weird reason. You ready for this? The sonic boom is hurting the bear's feelings. It's hurting the fish's ears and the rattlesnake's ears. Rattlesnakes don't have ears, right, Justin? Can they hear things? Justin, you're the snake expert. Can snakes hear things? Because she's worried about snakes. This is a lady. They don't have ears. She said it. Justin, this dumb. Okay. Don't say that word. See you next Tuesday. This dumb see you next Tuesday is worried about snakes' ears and the sonic boom. But she doesn't know what a coyote is. But she's in charge. You can't write this. You cannot write this. And Eric, you are the person. Stand up. You're a diver. Remember? You are the reason why nobody can get an abalone ever again. And you want to do 10 more years of studies with no federal funding. Huh? Does it not make sense? Is it transparent? I don't know. You be the judge. Oh, she's ready to eat, love. Look at her. She's staring at her food. time for me to be a good dad and go deal with the kids. So, you all have a beautiful evening. This week you will see everything that happened on my trip. On YouTube, you're going to get the bigger version, and it's only going to be under a minute and a half because that's what I have to do to get followers. I will be making on social media, whichever one you follow, Seawolf13. I will be making video after video of the bulldog, of the whole trip. Anyway, enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for following. Follow my life if you want. It's about to get really exciting. Or it's not. I mean, I think it's pretty exciting. Anyway, you all have a great night.